Peace, everybody. This is Akiem L from the Truth Tuesday show on Hindsight Radio, the information station changing the nation. All right, doing another short video on this document about the Iroquois Confederation and the founding of the constitutions, just continuing with the revealing of the truth of what's really going on, who is the difference between the two governments, and if you can catch between the lines as I read, the remedy. All right. This is the chairman speaking now that I'm going to read from. Here it is. To say that this was a fascinating discussion would be an understatement, and to suggest that this was a very important panel would be a gross understatement. What you have just said, Mr. Deloria, is foremost in my mind. I have been chairman of this committee now for 10 months, and in order to acquaint myself with the concerns and problems of Indian people, it may surprise you to know that I have spent more time conducting hearings relating to Indian affairs than all of the other committees over which I chaired combined, including the Iran Committee. I am chairman of the Appropriations Subcommittee on Foreign Operations and the Subcommittee on Communications of. All right, peace, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Do a mic check real quick. See, we got about 8 people on. That might be because of
Hear you good, Akiem.
I'm good. All right, good. All right, glad to hear it. All right. Thanks for adjusting your schedule to the 12 o'clock time. I know it was a short notice, and forgive me for doing that to you. The 4 o'clock time was interfering with. I take my daughter home. She's here in the afternoon, so that was interfering with that. And I also thought that earlier we did it, the better off. More people can probably join because, as you know, people getting into their day at 4 o'clock. That's kind of in the middle of the month to be out and about. Before I keep going, let me just record this. Oh, it is recording. It's automatically recording. Good. So thanks for joining in. I'm not going to keep y'all too long. Basically, I'm going to take questions, and I'm just going to tell you what's coming, what I'm about to do, stuff, emails you're going to start receiving. Because it is October. Well, October's pretty much gone. We got 2 months before January, so I'm going to start sending you guys your 1099 examples. That's going to come by way of email first, and then we'll talk about it in the class. That's what I'm trying to do. Send you stuff first, then we talk about it in the class. If you had questions. I'm going to give you guys all the guys' number for the BC bond because some people are having difficulty getting the name changed, so that is preventing the process of the BC bond. He still wants that name change. I talked to him directly. He was like, that still has to be done. And after my name change was done, I realized that it is necessary. And I'll show y'all why. Because I'm going to actually show y'all my order today. I posted partially online what it was, but I'm going to show y'all the whole order. Just send it from my phone to the computer so you guys can see it. Now, there is what seems to be a typo, but it's not a typo. At first, I thought it was a typo, and when I looked at it again, I said, well, this ain't no typo. He did this on purpose. And I'll go over that. So let me get it pulled up here. All right. Let me share the screen. All right, that's my order from the court. That's my decree, certified copy of it. And let me this a little bit bigger for you guys. Can you guys see that clearly?
Yeah, I can see
Kind of
that.
blurred.
Blurred.
Oh,
I
Yeah, I
don't
can
see
see it.
why it's blurred. It looks
good
nice and
there.
sharp on
Yeah,
my
it,
screen.
it, it looks sharp to me too.
Yeah, you might want to. You wearing glasses, Eddie?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I can see it.
You might want to clean.
I'm sorry about that.
It's all good.
All right, here's the order. Now, I'm going to read this all the way through. I actually read it on the air. I didn't read the typo in the air, but there's a typo in here, and you're going to see it. And I said, I need to go get this changed. But I said, then I looked at it. I said, no, don't change it. Here it goes. All right. It appearing to the satisfaction of the family court from the verified petition for change of name filed by petitioner in the above titled action, that this court has jurisdiction over this matter pursuant to section 20-7 420. Whoever's Mike, can y'all just go ahead and mute out real quick? Thank you. As amended. Now, notice how they say Code of Laws of South Carolina 1976 as amended. So whenever you're doing a piece of paperwork, say if I do a constitution and I say it's the 1876 and I'm quoting something from it, I would say without subsequent amendments or as amended. You see what I'm saying? So that's that's making your paper proper and precise. All right. So they put as amended. So they're saying that those code of laws was amended at some point. That the party is entitled to and is not in any way disqualified to have its name changed, and that the applicable provisions of section 1549-10 Code of Laws of South Carolina 1976 as amended have been complied with. And the following good and sufficient reasons exist for the change of name. The petitioner was born Akiem Barber, you notice they put all caps, on October 27, 1969 in Bronx, New York. Petition is recognized at Akiem Barber. That the petitioner has filed a verified petition affirming that his desire for name change is not to avoid civil liability or criminal prosecution, creditor's judgment. And she, see that typo? Or what I thought was a typo? Has never filed bankruptcy. I have filed bankruptcy twice. So I'm going to leave that there. Now, he didn't ask me, did I file bankruptcy? He said, the question he asked, am I going to file bankruptcy? Or am I in a bankruptcy proceeding? I said, no, and I wasn't, but I have filed bankruptcy before. But in this paperwork, it says she has never filed bankruptcy, so that's accurate, when it pertains to me. Does not have a criminal record and has never been placed on any type of abuse registry in this state or any other state, nor has a petitioner ever been denied a passport. That no confusion, crime, or fraud will result from the requested name change, as petitioner is simply dry use of his name in all capitals and using the same spelling but lowering all letters except the first letter of this first and last name. Therefore, it is hereby ordered, adjudged, and decreed that the name of the petitioner, Akiem Barber, all caps, is hereby changed to Akiem Barber, and that he is hereby allowed to use the name of Akiem Barber for all purposes, socially, professionally, legally, and from this day henceforth, and it is so ordered. If you have problems, turn your back on them. Turn away from them. Stop looking at the problem and look away to the solution. Too many times we spend a lot of time saying things like, this ain't right. Why? Okay, it's happening. Once you accept it, okay, I'm in the middle of this. I'm in the middle of this line then. Let me not be so concerned with this bad situation and be more concerned with how I'm thinking and saying, okay, this is done. This is taken care of. I'm away from this. I can handle this. Everything's going to be good. What's the alternative? Well, that's wishful thinking. That's fantasizing. Well, before something happens to you, it's a fantasy, good or bad. It's an idea. When you have an anticipation, oh, if this is bad, it's going to happen. It hasn't actually happened to you yet. You have an idea that it will be bad and you choose to participate anyway, and it becomes bad because you already had determined that to be bad. You are right. Yes, if you say something is bad, it is bad. But if you say something is good, it is good according to your faith, according to your belief. Things are measured out to you.
Sometimes we want things to happen and we keep worrying, is it gonna happen? It's gonna happen. Do you know you're holding it back just by seeing in your mind that it's not there yet? So you're gonna get more not there yet. Meaning you must already be living the experience or feeling the experience of which you desire. You must have that. That must be already in you, ready. So when it does show up in the physical, you're just making a connection to what you already manifested in your thoughts. You see, the physical is lagged out, meaning it's got lag. Everything that you're experiencing, what you're doing right now, it comes from the ideas of your mind, and you're experiencing those thoughts. You send forth these desires, these thoughts.
Peace, peace. What's up? Let me just check my volume. I think it's right. Everything's looking in order. How's everybody? This is Consultation Monday. This is the time to ask your questions. I spend some time with you and answer questions if I can answer them. So far, having a decent turnout lately when I've been doing it. But still, people tend to prefer just emailing questions that they could just as easily ask on the air. Maybe they're just nervous. So if you what I'm doing is I'm gonna leave you the link to the Telegram because Blog Talk acts funny. So there's the link on the screen over my head right there. There it is. All right. Just click that and you can get on Telegram and then we can chat it up. Press the button. I'm not sure which button it is on Telegram, and I can see like you waving at me so that you can talk. Well, I was TikToking it up over the weekend, and I came across this video that caused me to look at this website, Mississippi Library Commission, the actual archives of Mississippi. And I came across this file out of Noxubee County. It's recorded there, and it talks about the conditions as far as elections and things like that. And like people ask me, like, who do you vote? You Democrat, Republican? I'm neither one of them, tell you the truth. But if I were to vote, it would not be Democratic. Because I know too much of the bad history, how the party got started, how they bamboozled folks into switching into Democrat. And I'm going to read this document. I'm going to leave the link in there. I'm going to leave the link. Actually, let me share the screen real quick. And I hope it comes up. Let me see. Secondary Google Chrome. All right. You should be able to see that. All right. Should be able to see that. So you guys can still hear me. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. All right, you can hear me. That's good. All right, so this is all of the counties in this registry. I haven't looked through all of them because I was pointed to this one here. Noxubee County. And when you hit that county, it brings up this archive.
It went straight to the page that I wanted to go to. And page 171 starting at 172 actually. It's a lot to read. I'm going to read this more in detail, but I just want to show you guys something here. Let me widen the screen. Yeah. All right, so it says here, I'm going to read this because you're going to see some interesting information in here. All right, it says from the time of the war up until 1875, Noxubee County, y'all do know Noxubee is what they would call indigenous name or American Indian name. That's what that name is. All right. Or what was in reality, Noxubee County had been going through Reconstruction, or what was in reality Negro rule. So they said from the time of the war up until 1875. So when was the Civil War? When was that? When did the Civil War start? Let's see. I'm going to look it up. Okay. I hit the wrong button. We know slavery is supposed to end in 1865. When did the Civil War I hate all of this when they start to want to it started in 1861 to 1865. So 1861, they basically saying that, there was some Negro rule here in Mississippi, Noxubee County, had been going through Reconstruction or what was in reality Negro rule, as every office was filled by a Northern carpetbagger. A carpetbagger, what's a carpetbagger? Carpetbagger. Definition: a northerner in the South after the American Civil War, usually seeking private gain under Reconstruction governments. A non-resident or new resident who seeks private gain from an area, often by meddling in its business or politics. So that people from the North came up. In Noxubee and Lowndes counties, with 90% of the voters Negroes. Interesting. There was no hope of defeating these carpetbaggers. And then, so the carpetbaggers came up, and then because the county was 90% Negroes, there was no hope of defeating these carpetbaggers in any election. And the Negroes, realizing their importance, were arrogant to a high degree. White men did not get into trouble with them. They had the courts, the prosecuting attorney, Negro grand and petite juries, and a carpetbag governor. Interesting. I mean, it leaves a lot of questions in my mind. Like, this is, Mississippi is like south as you can get. And as, according to my knowledge, is a very, racist state in a lot of cases throughout the years. But here in this early part, you're telling me that the Negroes had the government, they had it all. Now, y'all do know that I just want to give this some context that Negroes are also Native Americans. They started reclassifying, renaming. Well, let me go on. The white people were desperate as they had all these years been mistreated, insulted, degraded, and humiliated. They had been engaged all these years in a war and were determined to do or die. County conditions. The Republicans who got control of county affairs in the election of 1869 remained in charge for 7 years and had much their own way during this period. Noxubee County, Noxubee, one of the largest counties of East Mississippi, had an extremely black and ignorant senator. Fortunately, however, he was honest and had been a member of the legislature continuously since 1868. It was not even retired by the Revolution of 1875. The way they are signifying and identifying this, he was black and he was ignorant. Right, okay. You know, in the In the House, Noxubee was represented by one Negro, two white men, both Republicans. Early in the summer, Governor Ames, according to his custom, went north to spend his vacation, leaving the Negro Lieutenant Governor Davis in charge. The governor remained away from the state 1.5 or 2 months, during which time Davis proved conclusively that the office of lieutenant governor is something more than an empty honor, if only the incumbent is given a chance. Lieutenant Governor Davis, upon assuming control, at once discharged the employees about the Capitol and appointed his friends to their places. He then dismissed the chancellors of several judicial districts, although Governor Ames, foreseeing the occurrence of these vacancies during his absence, had already made provisions for filling them before leaving the state. Another way in which the lieutenant governor made good use of his opportunities was by dispensing pardons to his colored friends who languished in the county jails or penitentiary, or who were under indictment and likely to be sent there. It was proved to the satisfaction of the legislature in 1876 that Davis accepted a bribe of $800 for pardoning a criminal sent up from Lowndes County for murder, and for this he was removed from office. Transportation in Noxubee County was practically the same after the war as before. There was only one railroad, the Mobile, in Ohio, and it did not discontinue its operation during the whole bloody struggle. Horses, buggies, and carriages was used for short trips, and wagons for labor purposes for family use when a buggy or carriage was not owned. Agriculture was impeded by the introduction of a new and experimental system of labor. The survival of debts, where assets and incomes had disappeared, involved the leading landholders largely in bankruptcy. Attitude towards Reconstruction. The affairs of the county were controlled exclusively by the white men and the Democrats until June 1869. So they're saying the white men were Democrats. When the Republicans gained control and governed the county for the next 7 years, during this time, there was scarcely a Republican board that did not have a few Democrats on it. They also nearly always had from 2 to 3 Negroes on this board, but there was some stuffing of the ballot boxes and the Negroes was often crowded out. The whites would gather around the polls and stand there all day sometimes to keep the Negro from voting. There was, however, no intimidation. Very often on election day, the whites would get a man who had some influence with the Negroes to come and speak in some other part of the town from where the election was being held. They would also have music to entice the Negroes away from the polls to the speaking. And while they were away, the whites would do their voting. The Negroes would very often be so interested over the speech and the music that they would forget to vote. So this whole Democratic stealing of the elections is nothing new. It's nothing new because they said that 90% of that county was Negroes, colored folks, as they would say it. Why don't they teach this in the history books? They teach you that other stuff. Why don't they teach this how elections were stolen. I'm showing you right here the tricks they pulled. It gets deeper. The only intimidation of interest in Knoxville, according to available records, occurred at Cliftonville. A number of men demanded that the Democratic ticket be voted, and if the voters did not vote it, they would not vote at all. The arrangement made by the manager of the election was that only a certain number should enter in a file and pass to the ballot box between ropes tightly stretched. Two white men stood by with clubs, see, intimidation, with clubs to keep Negroes away. And as the Negro came up to vote, they were required to show their tickets. If they did not have Democratic tickets, they were required to go back and get them. The Democratic platform, uncompromising in its opposition to Negro suffrage, had this for its war cry practically throughout the Reconstruction period. The Republicans' motto was political equality for the Negro. The Republicans were, as a rule, successful in their campaigns, but there was always one or two Democrats elected on the board of police, and some got as far as the legislature. In 1869, Marshall McNeese, a Negro carpetbagger from Shocklack, was elected to legislature, but he had his day and went back where he started, a carpetee. The organization known as the White Rose had as its purpose the carrying of elections for the Democrats in 1872. There was never a time when men were less true to themselves than now. The moral treason of their lives has tainted the political and social atmosphere. Leprous scoundrels are holding high carnival in authority and tolerated because they have a certain kind of influence. The old feeling of another day seemed to be crushed out and displaced by selfishness that stops at no crime and seems to court dishonor. How long this will be is as yet as unanswered question. If one's crime is sometimes supplanted by another, one often begins the same career, but with more circumspection, guided by experience of his predecessor. When will Mississippi regain her independence and be freed from the vassalage that binds her? In the election of 1875, the Democrats succeeded in getting control of the affairs, and there was a general cleaning of carpetbaggers and Negroes. A few who had bought land remained, but the majority left the county and returned north. According to the available records, there were no fraudulent contracts left in Knoxville County, although in some instances the prices paid for bridges and other public works seemed high. There was no evidence of fraud. Mr. McCaskill, a former member of the Board of Police, says that they kept out fraudulent contracts by a system of letting the police of one district supervise the work that was to be done in the neighboring district, and then the police of the neighboring district would get out and supervise the work in the district. I'm trying to find. There was a instance where um they would befriend the Negro or the colored folk as they described them, to, and convince them to come over to the Democratic Party. And then once they got that person brainwashed, and they would send that person back to his people to convince them to become Democrats. So it gets crazy. The Walker Clay Party. I don't know if I'll save this for tomorrow. I'll go read this part tomorrow on this show because I don't want to sit and read the rest of the night, but I will read the rest of this tomorrow. But as you can see, this election stealing thing is not a new thing. It may be new to some people that you know, where's my thing at? Give me a second. Yeah. Oh, I know what the problem is. It may be new to some people, the younger folk, but stealing elections and cheating has always been the Democratic motto for the most part. Nothing fair about them. And Pitchfork, Ben Tillman was a Democrat, and I've done many seminars about that one. Uh, Somebody's got a question. I'll get to that question. All right. So somebody, Brand said, Negro rule under Reconstruction Union Service military enforcement. Live County. I don't know. So somebody's got a question. It says, I'm gonna put this on the screen. Let's deal with this. Good day. I'm one of the guys who fought for custody and ended up putting myself on child support. I wanted your take on rescission of signature. Should I get that done or not? Thank you. Yeah, you could do a rescission of signature, but being effective to stopping the child support, it's going to be holy hell to try to stop it because they want your money. You put yourself on it. You can rescind the signature, yeah, but will it be effective? Most likely not. I've heard that people go rescind your signature off the contract. It's not that simple. You got to put in motions. You got to to void the judgment. But the problem is you voluntarily set that up on your own. So, oh well, you know what happened? What's going to be your cause of action to undo it? They didn't come after you. You gave yourself up to them. All right. So keep that in mind, brother. All right, let's look at Telegram. Let's see if people there. Nobody's got their hand up. So let's see. Uh Negro rule, Union soldiers, military enforcement. Columbus, Mississippi is in Lowndes County. Okay. Mississippi State University, the first president was Stephen D. Lee, a Confederate general in the neighboring county to Lowndes called. Okay, I'm just trying to see where Negroes were in the Union Party and aligned with Republicans in Mississippi during the. Yes, they did. That's true. White men could also mean black Christian Europeans. Caucasian Europeans didn't start arriving in droves until the 1800s. How could Caucasian Europeans have so much power in the unfamiliar land? They didn't. They had to fight for it, as you can see. It said 90%. It was that county was 90%. Very few of them. And they was being treated really bad during that time. Or maybe the person who wrote this was a sympathizer of them, so they wrote it in a way to make them look evil. So, but I'll read the rest of it tomorrow. All right. All right, nobody on Telegram. I'm looking for more questions on the chat. See if I missed anything. As Liga says, peace, prosperity, stream wealth to all. What's up, Akiem? What's up? Back to you. Ali says peace. I don't know how to raise a hand on Telegram, but I can open up your mic. I know who you are if you want to say something. I don't know. I think it's a button. It has a hand on it. You click it. You did it last week, but I know who you are. I see you in the chat, so I know that you want to say something. You can unmute yourself. I just unlocked your mic. Lake and Apple. There you go. I can't hear you though. He says he's speaking. Hang on. Let me make sure because I can't hear. Hang on. Let me make sure something is set up right here. Oh, you know why I can't hear you? Let's see if this is. It says you're speaking, but I can't hear him. Hang on, let me see what's going on with this channel. It might be this here. Hang on. Let me fix that. All right. All right. Okay. Let's see. I know what to do. I'm going to do this. Share Telegram. Wait a minute. All right, let me see if I can hear you now. I don't know, it's not coming through. And I should be able to hear you. But it's saying you're speaking, but I can't hear nothing. Everybody else hear him? Yeah, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. I was just using this the other day, and it's saying that you're speaking. All right, I'm gonna try one thing. Make sure the audio settings are correct. Let me try someone else and see if they can get on. Jedi, hang on a second. All right, Jedi, you can unmute yourself. He's speaking too.
Hey,
Now I can hear him.
what's up? Can
Yeah,
you hear
what's
me?
up?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but I couldn't hear the other guy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm talking to you.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Wait a minute, hang on.
All right. I mean, I can hear everybody and Akiem, I guess. Even when the other dude was talking, I can hear him.
Oh, you was able to hear him? Hang on. Let me check something. Let me go back. Yeah, I was hearing him on that. I don't know, man. Every time I do this, I had it same settings and it doesn't. Maybe it's just me. Let me log out of this real quick. Quit. I'm gonna come back to it. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna restart my Telegram. See what's going on. I heard him. Working fine yesterday. Go back to the channel. There we go. Join. All right, I'm back. Unmute. All right, now I'm back. I don't know what's going on. So let me see if I can do this again.
Okay.
All right, now I can hear y'all now. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I had to log. I don't know what happened. I had to log in, log out, and now it's working. Didn't do anything different. Wow. All right. So what you have to add in there, Jedi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right.
It's I just say Jedi. Like I said
Jedi.
last time, it's like Star Wars. Say it just like that. Anyways, I did
Okay.
that because of Telegram and these doggone scammers. But no, I ain't have anything to add. I was just trying to see if you could hear me because I could hear the other dude talking and you. I didn't know what was going on, so I was just trying to help out.
All right. I'm just testing. Yeah. I don't know. It had to be me because all I did was just close out Telegram and come back and it worked. That's all I did. So I know I had everything set right. All right, I appreciate your help on that. Lincoln April, you can unmute yourself, please. Yeah.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah, you're unmuted. Now you are.
Okay, now I am.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
I'm
Peace,
doing
peace
good.
to
Peace.
everyone. Peace to you, brother Akeem.
Hey, peace. What's going on? Turn
Not
your
too much.
volume down. Turn your volume down in the background. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Um, I just want to had a couple questions about. Okay, I sent off my for my personal trust EIN. I'm just waiting on that, and then I'm gonna send off for the family trust how we discussed. I just had a question about just as far as writing things in to the family trust for like the Schedule A and Schedule B. That's all I need to do as far as like just say personal effects, random things like bang bangs and things, or just other personal effects. Just simply write it into the Schedule A or Schedule B. And
And what is the schedule B? What's the schedule B? Where's that? Where do you see that?
I I thought that was for like say like brokerage accounts, like a Fidelity or a Robinhood or a Webull with like
That I you'd have to look that up. I can't comment on that, but Schedule A is for assets. Anything you own, assets.
right.
Schedule A is assets. Schedule B, that's do your research on that. Why you would do a Schedule B.
Okay, got you, got you.
All I
Um,
do is you give me whatever property you have, and I'll just type it. You write if it's a car, you put the VIN number and the description of the car. If it's money, it's how much money. If it's silver, how much silver. You just describe it the best to your ability. Exactly what it is. You got background noise.
hold on. How about all? Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Better. Sorry
Yep.
about that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I just wanted to profess a couple good things going on. I was able to get the account open for the church too. Um,
Okay.
I was also able to, so I thank you for that. Um, I was also able to re-get a certificate from California actually with the name church on it.
Mhm.
So I thank you for that because you helped direct me that in the very beginning.
Mm.
Uh, let's see.
You're welcome.
I think I do appreciate that, Akeem. I was wondering, did you maybe sometime this you be able to redo that PDF for me with the new tax ID at some point?
Yeah, I can do it. I'll do it sometime this week. When because I have certain days I do trust, and so tomorrow I'll be working on all trust. So anything I have outstanding, I'll take care of it.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. We was already finished. I had to do something else, that we
Yeah,
talked
you
about.
need to
So
just
that's all.
incorporate that EIN number on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, but that was really it. I mean, I wanted to, definitely say thank you for that, and uh, you helped me move
Now, do
along with
you
that
have a
church
PDF
thing and
editor?
whatnot. So,
Do you have a
so
PDF?
that'll be.
Do you have a PDF editor?
I don't. I had like I was able to that first one that you sent me, like the very first one. I'm able to like add some things to it, but it won't let me actually edit the text. I was actually trying to do that before
But you
reaching
have,
out to you to just
but you
want
also have
won't let
a
me.
document of those same files, right?
Say that again.
You should have a Word document of the same files. Usually, I send a PDF and I send a Word
I do
document,
have the word. I do
so you
have the
can
word.
edit it in that Word document. It's the same thing. You just go up there and Really, you don't have to and add in the EIN number right there on the Word document, and then convert that to a PDF.
Okay, but the Word document doesn't have your signature on it. That was my only thing.
Okay.
What you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I don't
Okay.
know
So
why.
you
Because you
you
we
would
were talking about that. You're like, the EIN is on both or on two different pages. I was like, yeah, it's
right.
like on the very first page, obviously, and then where it's down in like maybe six or seven, where it's be it resolved with the bank resolution. There's another signature part there with the EIN on it too. I was able to change it on the first one, but not. I was like, well, it does defeats the purpose anyway because it's another time on a signature page.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, now I remember. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
there's no
take care of
worries.
that probably tomorrow. I'll have it done.
No worries, no
Yeah.
worries. Yeah, I sent you the new one where it's there, so it's in this small seven question chat that we had open earlier last week. But other than that, I don't have anything. I just want to say peace to everybody
All
and,
right.
and thank you for all your assistance.
All right. No problem.
Oh, one more thing, Akeem. I was able to actually get together my Zella, and I was able to send you some appreciation. I wanted to make sure that got to you, so
All
in
right.
future,
I
I want to make sure.
I'll look and check and see. I'm not sure. I saw that email earlier, but I hadn't had a chance to check today. But I'll check it out.
No worries.
I'll respond back.
Yeah, just
Uh,
confirm. Let me know it came through, and then I can, going forward, use that same one to make sure I can get anything else to you
okay.
on the side as well. Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course, brother.
All right.
I'm back in the background.
All right. Take care.
You
Falcon
too.
L, what's up? And you also had what's this? Falcon L.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Hey, greetings, Minister. How you doing? Greetings to the chat and Telegram. I just had a question in regards to name change court order. I had previously at the Social Security Administration, I did receive some kind of pushback, but not with the court order, but other things. So they were saying that they only could do so much.
What
So,
other things? You got to be specific, brother. When you say you're getting pushback, what's the other thing?
okay, the pushback was uh, I was I was attempting, or I did attempt to not to be one of the labels like African American, white, and all that
And when was this?
at the administration Social Security office.
Okay, so what was the pushback?
The pushback, she was saying that she can only do so much. Her job is, um, I guess she had her hands cuffed. Basically, what she was telling me, and but I did eventually get it to where the my Social Security didn't have no ethnicity on it.
Okay, all right.
And,
So
I guess
what's your
I
question?
so, so I guess my question would be with the name change court order, which we was talking yesterday with the group. Um, will there be any pushback with that, or
How y'all gonna
she
ask
gonna
me?
some,
Those are crazy questions. How do I know you're gonna get pushback? I don't work there. Think about the question you just asked me. Am I gonna get pushback? I don't know.
no? I mean, okay. All right.
Because some people get
I mean,
pushback,
I misspoke. I
some
didn't mean to
people
say it
don't.
that way. I meant to say
You see how your mind is working? Let's stop right there. Let's stop before you move forward. Look how your mind is working. Look how it's working. Pay attention to your question. Pay attention to how you processing information. Your mind is working from a perspective of expectation of pushback. So yeah, you'll get it if you expect it. If you're looking for it, you're gonna get it, right? You had a situation where you did a process and you were trying to get a job. Tell me if I'm wrong. Before you went and did that process, did you expect pushback?
nope,
You didn't expect nothing. You didn't have no doubt, nothing. You wasn't worried, not one bit.
no, because I know me. If I had any worry, I would never gave it to him.
Okay.
That's me. I mean,
I'm
everybody's
having
different.
a hard time believing it, but here's why I have a hard time believing that. Because what you just asked me. You just asked me what kind of what pushback. I don't know. I don't talk about pushback. I only deal with how to handle the pushback when you get it. That's come talk to me after they stop you from getting it. Then say, okay, this is what happened. What do I do next? But for me to sit here, well, they may do this and that. Nah. Y'all already know how what I tell y'all to do and how to handle yourself when you're going to put that stuff on the record. So when you go to present your paperwork, what are you supposed to say?
You got me right there.
Oh, see, preparation. Why are you
I
doing this in
understand
the first place? What? Why are you doing it in the first place?
as far as the name change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the name change is to correct my status and to be a my proper person.
Right. But when you're going to confront the officials and you're trying to put it on the record, what do you should be saying to them so that you don't get the pushback?
Are you talking about the administration or you talking about the judge?
It don't matter where you're doing it at. If you're doing these processes, what is the main reason why you're doing it? For what purpose?
Because I'm letting them know, or I'm addressing them that I'm a new person in Christ.
Okay, so you're doing it for what reasons? For what reasons? You said
Like I said,
Christ. So what is Christ? That's Christian. Isn't that's part of a religion? So you're doing it for religious reasons,
right.
right?
That's
See,
what I meant by saying I'm
th-
staying my
this
proper person.
this is why a lot of people, some people do get pushed back because they have not put it in their mind that that's why they're doing it. They're not having locked in, so they so caught up on saying other things, and they might casually mention, like you said, I'm doing it because of Christ. But it really, you're doing it for religious reasons. And that's what you should be starting with. You should be coming from that point of view, that from that starting point, because now they can't question you. But if you start coming up to them talking about anything else, they go, oh, I don't know, this and that. No, those people are trained that once you start talking religion, they can't deny you. They can't argue with it. The passport, to get a passport, you're not supposed to wear hats or any head coverings, right? But if you say it's for religious reason, or if you have nose piercings and stuff like these things, if you say if it's for religious reasons, they'll let you do it. No questions
Right.
asked.
That's what's on my passport.
Right.
But
So that's how you don't get pushback, by making sure that you assert your religious freedoms with them. That's it.
correct.
Right. Yeah, I just banned somebody out of the room for asking me a crazy question. Does Caitlyn Jenner get pushback? Like, well, some people just here to just play games. So they go to another channel and play games. Um, all right, what else you got for me, brother?
That's it. I mean,
Okay. All right,
for
don't
the record,
expect pushback. Don't, just go do what you got to do. Make sure just put it in there.
religious reasons. I got
Yes. All right, let's see what we got in the chat.
I got a question, if I can ask it.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This just pertains to the whole grantor trust situation.
Uh-huh.
Um, is it okay? Because I just found out I bank with Regions, and a
Uh-huh.
lot of my personal stuff is with them.
Right.
It's a Southeast bank, but
Mm-hmm. It is.
being that
Isn't
yeah,
Regis?
they
Didn't what? Wait a minute,
say what?
Regis. No, that's BB&T and didn't BB&T and
Uh,
Regions merge or something to become
yeah,
Truist?
BB&T and SunTrust turned into Truist, I think.
Okay, it was SunTrust. Okay, no, it wasn't Regions. But go ahead.
Regions used to be called Alabama Corporation or something like that. That's their
Yeah,
original name.
I used to have an account with
Um,
them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So with them, I got all my personal information, and I just found out to get a medallion stamp from them, all they need is a passport or an ID.
Okay.
Uh, so is it cool that my grantor trust is with them at
Does
that bank?
the problem is any of those accounts attached to your social?
Yeah, they are.
So if you put your grantor trust and then you get your recoupment money, put it in that bank, it's gonna connect all of that.
All right, so we need to
You need
go
the
to a
bank.
different place.
They can still do the medallion stamp though. You just don't have your grantor trust count there. They can still do the medallion stamp on those
I
accounts.
got a revocable trust there already with them.
It don't matter about whether you got a revocable or they're just gonna
Right.
do the medallion stamp. You can still do that there, but you just can't
Open
just
an account.
don't have your grantor trust in that same bank.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's pretty much this. That's fine. That's all I really needed to know in terms of that situation.
Yeah, just go to another bank
Um,
for your grantor trust.
all right. And I need to get with you. That way I can get with Al because
Okay.
I've been trying for 2 weeks and I keep getting Joyce on the
Why
phone.
y'all keep? That's who you need to talk to. You ain't gonna talk to Al.
Yeah, she don't.
Al is
Okay,
at
so
the
let me explain
commission.
something. She don't know a lot.
Well, then she got to do is go to him because she can talk to him and get the answers. But you're not going to talk to him. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why y'all don't understand. He's not going to talk to you right now. He's not going to talk to anybody. That's where he got his people to do it.
Okay,
You're
so I'm
not
gonna have
going to
to.
get him on the phone. You're wasting your time. Not right now.
That shit. That was the plan to get him on the phone for tax season.
You can't.
I
Been
I
saying
hear
this
what you're saying. I
all
know what you're saying.
year.
You're saying you
I think
can't
since
do it.
like January. I've been saying this. Y'all keep
Well,
talking. I'm gonna talk to Al. And
man.
no, Al can't talk to y'all. He
Mm,
can't. He's out of commission for now. But I'm not sure if
December.
you're still part of the membership. I even had a meeting on it like about a month ago or so, explaining all of that. So you have to deal with Joyce, and Joyce got to get your answers for you. You're just gonna have to be patient.
All right. We
All
will
right.
play the game of patience. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you.
All right. Okay. All right. Oh. Yeah. That the bank thing was good intel for me. Yeah. Somebody said they had a shredder and something's going on there, and I still got it. Absolutely. Religion is the key. Get your spiritual affairs in order. I read that scripture. Lock that in. Lock those things in, man. That's your protection. All right, it's 9:02. And I'm going to save some of this knowledge for tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will see you guys there. Y'all have a good night. Peace, peace, peace.
If you have problems, turn your back on them. Turn away from them. Stop looking at the problem and look away to the solution. Too many times we spend a lot of time saying things like, this ain't right. Why? Why? Okay, it's happening. Once you accept it, okay, I'm in the middle of this. I'm in the middle of this line then. Let me not be so concerned with this bad situation and be more concerned with how I'm thinking and saying, okay, this is done. This is taken care of. I'm away from this. I can handle this. Everything's gonna be good. What's the alternative? Well, that's wishful thinking. That's fantasizing. Well, before something happens to you, it's a fantasy, good or bad. It's an idea. You haven't anticipated, oh, this bad's gonna happen. It hasn't actually happened to you yet. You have an idea that it will be bad, and you choose to participate anyway, and it becomes bad because you already had determined that to be bad. You are right. Yes, if you say something is bad, it is bad. But if you say something is good, it is good, according to your faith, according to your belief. Things are measured out to you.